The Twirly-Whirly ballet shoes. Lina, with her long brown hair and sparkling brown eyes, loved to dance. She wore her favorite pink t-shirt and blue jean shorts every day, even when she wasn't dancing. "Twirl, twirl, twirl," she would hum, spinning around her living room until she felt dizzy with joy. Her best friend Derisn always giggled when Lina did this. Derisn had long, light-colored hair that bounced when she laughed, and warm brown eyes just like Lina's. She loved her Minnie Mouse t-shirt and jean skirt, and she loved to dance almost as much as Lina. "Faster, Lina, faster!" Derisn would cheer, flapping her hands like little bird wings. Then there was Talya. Talya had neat brown hair and serious brown eyes. She wore a black overall and liked everything to be just right. When Lina and Derisn would twirl and giggle, Talya would stand straight and practice her ballet positions. "First position, second position," she would whisper to herself, making sure her feet were perfectly placed. All three girls were 6 years old, and all three were ballerinas, even though they were still learning at Mrs. Flutterwing's dance studio. One sunny morning, Mrs. Flutterwing, a lady with a giggle that sounded like wind chimes, announced, "Girls, we have a very special performance next week, the Summer Sparkle Show." Lina's eyes grew wide like saucers. Derisn clapped her hands with a happy squeal. Talya's serious eyes even sparkled a little. "For this show," Mrs. Flutterwing continued, "you will need your brand new sparkly ballet shoes." She opened a big, shimmering box. Inside, oh my! There were 3 pairs of the most beautiful ballet shoes Lina had ever seen. They were pink, and they sparkled like a field full of tiny diamonds. They even had little silver ribbons. Lina reached for a pair. "Mine!" she squeaked. Derisn already had her little hands on another pair. "These are for me," she declared. Talya, ever so carefully, picked up the last pair. "Perfect fit, I hope," she murmured. That afternoon, the girls went home, each clutching their sparkly shoes. Lina couldn't wait to try hers on. She sat on her bed, her pink t-shirt rumpled from all the excitement. She wiggled her toes into the soft, pink satin. Oh, they felt wonderful. She tied the silver ribbons in a neat bow. "Plié, plié," she whispered, bending her knees. "Relevé." She rose onto her tiptoes. She felt like a real ballerina, ready for the big show. She slipped them off and put them carefully on her bedside table, dreaming of sparkles. Derisn, on the other hand, was a bit more adventurous. She put on her sparkly shoes and immediately started dancing around her room. "Look at me! I'm a dancing star!" she shouted to her teddy bear. She spun and skipped and even tried a little jump. Boing, boing, went her tiny feet. The shoes felt so light. She danced so much that her hair went even bouncier. When her mom called her for dinner, Derisn quickly took off the shoes and shoved them under her bed, thinking she would just put them back on right after. Talya, methodical as always, put on her shoes, made sure they fit perfectly, and stood in front of her mirror. She practiced all her positions, very slowly and precisely. "Point, flex, stretch," she instructed herself. She admired how the sparkles shimmered with every tiny movement. After her practice, she took them off, polished them with a soft cloth, and placed them carefully inside their shiny box, tucking the box safely on her shelf. Days passed, and the Summer Sparkle Show was getting closer. The girls practiced a special dance Mrs. Flutterwing had taught them. It had twists and turns and lots of tippy-toe steps. They were almost ready. Then, the morning before the show, something terrible happened. Lina woke up, eager to put on her sparkly shoes for one last practice. She looked at her bedside table. Gone. Her shoes were gone. Her heart went thump, 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 like a scared little rabbit. "Mama, my shoes!" she cried, her brown eyes filling with tears. At the same time, Derisn was rummaging under her bed. She pulled out toys, books, even a rogue sock. No sparkly shoes. "Where did they go?" she mumbled, her long, light hair getting even messier as she frantically searched. She even peeked under her pillow, just in case. Talya, meanwhile, opened her shiny box. Her shoes were there, sparkling just as she'd left them. She felt a tiny pang of worry for her friends. "Oh dear," she whispered, her brow furrowing. Lina called Derisn. "My shoes are gone," she sniffled. Derisn replied, "Mine too. I can't find them anywhere." They agreed to meet at Lina's house, feeling very, very sad. Talya heard the news and hurried over too, carrying her perfect, sparkly shoes. "We can't dance without our sparkly shoes," wailed Lina, wiping a tear from her cheek. Derisn nodded, her lips trembling. Talya, practical as always, said, "Let's think. Where did you last see them?" Lina remembered Pooh.